Everyone, I am Bets Golden. Thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, moment of truth. I have had a lot of people ask me through messages, through emails, in person, you are a content developer, designer, tutorial, educator in the arts and crafts. What do you use every day? And well, I'm going to share with you my top 12 that I use every day. I tried to narrow it down to 5 and I couldn't because I use 12 things literally every day. They're not all craft related. You might be scratching your head at some of these. So let's just start. I'm going to tell you why. And then you might want to incorporate this into your craft space because it does help. I will say that. First thing is this glass mat. I use this glass mat every day. It's a really wonderful area to do any kind of cutting with an X-Acto knife. The grit on it is nice. Also, if I don't know if my craft mat can take it, like if I think it's going to stain, I use this because I can get anything up off of it with literally an X-Acto knife. It's not going to break it or anything. I just go around like this every so often, about once a week, and I just remove all the little bits and pieces, and it just comes like right up there. It's super dirty right now. I just remove all of those bits and pieces and just comes right up, you know? So my glass mat is a must. My favorite thing actually is this. This is a white silicone mat that I believe is up to 450 degrees. I can handle it. It's by Ranger. Now, if you guys know me, you know that, like, I think their craft mats are a dime a dozen. I mean, I got a lot of them. I got the Tim Oliver, like, Splat Mat Miracle thingy, and then the Brutus Monroe white one, and then regular craft mats, the other Ranger brown one. I have a lot of craft mats, but this one I really like because it sticks nicely to the glass mat under it. I can see the grid through it. It cuts down on my glare when I'm doing my YouTube videos. It's white, so my projects show up good for you guys, and I can heat on it. Like, it can handle the heat. It doesn't get ruined. It's silicone. It feels good in my hand. I love this mat. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, do not laugh at me when I tell you what number 3 is, y'all, okay? It is a Swiffer. Yes. Whenever I have embossing powder or anything that falls, I just use this. It picks up everything. It picks up everything off of my glass mat that is dry. So I am always Swiffering down my area just to get the glitter and the embossing powder up. It is awesome. This stays off on the side in my little drawer. The 4th thing that I use all the time is my little Shammy for my stamps. I love this thing. I don't have to use any kind of cleanser on it. It's just water, so it's safe. It works really well, and it's always by my side. Next thing after that, baby wipes. Who doesn't have baby wipes in their craft room these days? I buy these in bulk. And I have to tell you that I felt like a jerk when they decided to do like the quarantine and everybody was panicking because I didn't know yet. So I go into the baby store and I buy these, and I'm like, why is there only a limit of 1? And I'm like, what is this about? Because I don't watch the news. What is this about? Why is there only a limit of 1? I buy it, walk out, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Then I find out that we're going to be quarantined and stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm such a jerk. So I ended up actually donating that. I asked around in my neighborhood to see who had a baby and needed wipes, and I found someone, so I donated it. So anyway, I chased a rabbit, but baby wipes are great because you can clean up the wet stuff off of your surface. You can clean your hands. You can clean stencils. Occasionally, you can wipe down a stamp with it. I don't always recommend doing that, though, because you can get a film on it after a while. So these are really great. I'm always using them. Okay, so number 5 is this pen. Oh my gosh. This pen writes over paint. It writes beautiful. You have to let it set up for a little bit though, or else it will smear. Has a nice tip on it. I can journal, I can outline, goes over paint. It writes smooth. I love it. It is a black ink. They do have blue ink. It's through Ranger, Dina Wakley Media. I think it's like no more than $4, if that. It might be $2. I'm going to leave the link down below because you need this in your life. All right, then, so we are on the 6th thing, which is my art glitter glue. Now, I have an affiliate link to some adhesive companies in the industry, but they don't carry art glitter glue. And I love this stuff. I love it. So I got to tell you, I don't have an affiliate link for it, but I love it. And you can find it probably on Amazon because it is awesome. I mean, it dries clear. I do recommend that you get the steel tip for it and also the extender because you don't need much of this. So it will extend the life of your glue, which is always a good thing, right? Even though it's like $10. I mean, and I use glue a lot, you guys. I mean, I am in here working 8 to 14 hours a day. I'm not even kidding right now. Today, like this time for me is like 14 hours because I'm trying to get something up on YouTube every single day for like a couple months to really get my brand going. So I'm in here all the time using glue. I have a little pop dot on the side to pop this in so I don't lose my needle. And you do want the steel tip needle with this or else you'll get mildew and it's gross. So anyway, that's what I do with this. And this bottle, I only have to fill it up like every 4 or 5 months and I use a lot of glue. So it's pretty freaking impressive. It holds so much stuff. Doesn't leave any buckling. There's no yucky white overflow on it. When you use this, you get just the right amount that you need. You can smoosh it around. It dries relatively quick, but not too quick. So I really like it. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going on to number 7. 7th thing that I love are these. Now these are so weird. I know they're spring cut. Almost didn't get them, but I love them. They're through Tonic. They cut beautifully. They feel good in my hand. I don't know how to explain it, but these are my go-to scissors. Okay. So I'm going to post Tonic and Ranger for you for sure down below so you can find these if you're interested. These are a must. Like, they're awesome. I love them. Okay, number 8. Number 8 up is hand sanitizer. No joke, hand sanitizer. Now, you don't want to use this on your stamps, but it does work great on your gel plate. And if I have stuff on my hands that isn't coming off, like I should probably use some now, I just put this on and it usually lifts everything up and I can just use a little bit of a baby wipe and boom, I'm good to go. All right. So that was what number, I have to count every time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was that 7? No, that was 8. Wasn't it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're on 8. Okay, 8. A water bottle. I use this for everything. Clean up, spraying my pigment ink down, moving around watercolor. I use this for everything. I have 3 on my desk. This is one. This is the other. And my third one is, I don't know where, because I have 3, because I lose them all the time. This is my third one. Don't ask me why I have 3. I use them all, but they're all there. Okay, number 9, or I don't know what we're on now. I'm just going to go with it. I always have a pre-cut down paper for card fronts because I hate having to stop and cut down paper every single day. So I just do mass cutting and I have this off to the side ready to go. Then I also have right here white cardstock. I use white cardstock all of the time. And I just need it. So I use it a lot. It's always, I mean, I'm always like, where's my white cardstock? Where's my white cardstock? So I always have that on hand. And then I think that was 12, but we're just going to throw in another one because I have another one that's super important, is this. My Heat It tool by Ranger. Again, this is something that I have been looking at for like 2 years. And I'm like, man, that's just a lot of money to spend on something that I have an embossing gun for. No. Y'all, this is totally cool. It dries. It's super hot, so you don't want to use like a hair dryer. It is not a hair dryer. It is a low volume, so I can talk over it and you guys can hear me, whereas this is high volume. Look at the ends on this. So this doesn't even dispense of heat. This does not. I do not emboss with this. That would take forever. This is for my embossing. And I just love it. I use it a lot. You probably see it all the time in my videos. So those are the things that I use every single day, sitting at my desk, creating. I certainly hope that you found this video at least kind of entertaining. And it maybe gave you some ideas of things that you do or do not need in your craft room. Again, I will definitely have the Ranger and the Tonic link down below, because that is where you can find both of these mats, as well as my heat it tool and my scissors. Oh, these are so awesome. You will love them. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel, I would like to encourage you to go ahead and do so if you would like to. Wow, that was really redundant. If you hit that little bell, you'll get a notification of every time I come out with a video. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please, I'm spitting now, gross, sorry. Please feel free to pin it to Pinterest and share it with anyone you think might find it relevant. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, because I seriously do love to answer your questions and comments. If this is the second time that I've said this in this video, I am so sorry, but they're all running together in my head because I have to say it all the time, and I'm terrified that I'm going to forget, and then my YouTube channel is not going to grow, and then I won't get paid anymore, because I want to keep offering free content, and I really want to get paid for my time so I can continue to do this. So that's why I'm begging and pleading, and that was kind of pathetic. I'm so sorry. Until next time, I'm Bets Golden. Happy crafting.